Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the farm. And it is fair to say that summer has well and truly arrived. Come on, come up. Here come, chase some sheep. Let's do it. He's absolutely filthy. Look at him. Why aren't you taking me with you? Truth be told, it's because his sheep chasing skills are non-existent, but don't tell him that. Yeah, so we've got about a week or so, or maybe a little bit more of weather at the moment that's 35 degrees or above. So pretty warm, and then we've sort of got 3 or so days at the moment in a row that it's going to be up around 40. So she's toasty, but first thing this morning, got to go out and check a few sheep waters. Obviously just want to make sure they have plenty of clean water and you know, they're not going to die of thirst, so we'll go do that. But I brought the dog with me because I've just got to push one mob of sheep up out of one stubble into the next, so I might need him to help me out with that. But we'll go get this out of the way this morning while it's a bit cooler, and then yeah, I don't know, I got some lime being delivered this afternoon, and I got my insurance broker coming at about 11 o'clock, so we got a few things on the go. But anyway, let's get on with it. So I just got to push the sheep out of this paddock here up into the next one, which they've got access to anyway, but it looks like every damn single one of them's in the wrong paddock now, so anyway. Now, unfortunately, I got to come up and spray a few melons out up here. They're not bad, they just seem to be sort of over the rising ground in this paddock and in the next one up where I'm pushing these sheep into, but need to get on top of these now before they start producing melons. And yeah, some of them are starting to get quite big now, so that's part of the reason I'm pushing these out. I don't want to do any summer spraying, but I'm going to have to come back and get these melons, I think. I'm going to push these up into the next one, and then eventually we'll push them up into the next paddock after that, and that way we can spray the melons out up over the top of the rises here and up over the top of the rise on the other paddock as well. They're not horrendous, it's not like there's just heaps of them out here, but there's enough, and it's better to just take care of them because they grow so big and viney when you come back with the seeder. They just wrap up around everything and they just give you a bit of a hard time, so it's better to take care of them now. Well, they were pretty well behaved. That was fairly easy. Well, sorry there, mate. I didn't need you for much, did I? Just led you on. I need 2 hands for this. Dad's just been busy up here putting in a couple of new troughs. Well, the troughs have been here for a while, basically, but you know, they were sort of sitting out in the paddock there a little bit, and the pipe needed to be put in, and so he's done all of that, which is good, and he just wanted me to come up today and have a look to make sure that the troughs look good and they're not leaking and they're not full of crap or anything like that. So, but they look good. No dramas at all. Happy sheep. Right, on to the next. Here's another new trough install that's only been in for a few days, so we just want to make sure this one's alright as well, but all in all that's looking pretty good. I might just dump it quickly, get that straw out of there. So I thought while I was in this paddock I better show you guys this. We had a lovely little fire the other day. Started just up in the neighbour's paddock just over the hill here and burnt down through our block, but yeah, probably only got about maybe 20 hectares, maybe, so it wasn't too bad. All the farmers in the area really pitched in and helped out. We got it under control really quick, so we're just very thankful for that. But when I was alerted to the fire, I came straight into this paddock here because there was nobody in here, and I know for a fact that the stubble in here, we harvested this crop really high because, well, this will probably just get left out next year as a break, just leave it fallow for the year maybe. And yeah, I got in here, this was burning so hot I couldn't even get near it, but luckily it was harvested a bit lower up by the fence line there, and also the neighbour's crop over the other side was a bit lower, so I managed to come in and get a start on it just up here by the fence line, and I worked my way down. I managed to get it out, and I sort of thought that was probably our biggest risk if it got sort of moving through this stubble here, but thankfully the wind was really just pushing it straight over that way anyway, so not really how you want your day to go or your afternoon, but at the end of the day it always could have been worse, and you know, it was a fairly good result at the end of the day. So no sheep got hurt or anything like that. Dad came up here straight away, brought around, got all the sheep out, pushed them down into where we got some trees down there out of the way, sort of out of the line of fire. But I got to admit, I was a little embarrassed because I was just down the big shed out the back of the house there, and I was working away on something. I was on the phone to WSB Distributors, I think, about a warranty thing on the Batchmate, and I heard the fire siren going off in town, but I was just on the phone and I didn't really think too much of it at the time. And as soon as I hung up on them, Dad was trying to ring me, and he said, "There's a fire, you better get moving." And I was like, "What do you mean? Where?" And he goes, "On our property, get moving." I looked out the side of the shed and I thought, oh crap, I gotta get going. But it was lucky that I actually had the firefighter out of the shed at the time. I was using it, looking for a leak on the Batchmate, putting a bit of water in there. So like I said, it always could have been worse, but spoiled the Friday afternoon. I think it was a Friday anyway. And it's kind of one of those things that's, you know it's a very real risk, fires, and you normally see enough of them, you know, around this area or around your area, but you just sort of hope that it's never you. But unfortunately, everybody's time comes up eventually, I think. Swap utes. That's a nice job to be doing on a warm day, let me tell you. Getting that little bit of spray off the water when I was spraying up into the wind, that was nice. But yeah, that was our first load of lime that we took delivery of yesterday. It's in a bit of a short supply this year, to be honest. We're only able to get about 150 tonne, which, oh look, it's better than nothing, but I have heard that you can get some lime from the Kolpara quarry, I think, but it's not as good a quality maybe. At the end of the day, I think if we wanted more, we could possibly get more, but it sounds like well, we're thinking we might just get a fair old whack of gypsum this year to spread on any of the country where the legumes are going. Go on, get him. Get him. Now, speaking of summer spraying, I am definitely not going summer spraying now because it's just way too hot. But what I did notice the other day is that a subscription for our auto steer has run out. So I renewed that yesterday. I've got to put in a activation code or something like that, I believe. So while I'm thinking about it, I might do that. I just filmed myself putting the unlock password in there, except I wasn't filming for whatever reason. Maybe I didn't press the button hard enough. But anyway, I've got it in there, it's unlocked. I think there's something else I've got to configure, but luckily they send you this handy dandy video, which I'm watching, to teach me how to do it.
Now that you have unlocked the RangePoint RTX service, you will need to configure your service by Setup button. This will take you to the GPS receiver settings screen. On the Settings tab,
I think those additional instructions must be if you're setting it up for the first time, which I'm not. So we'll drive into the shed and we'll see if it drops out, and then we should be back online, which would be lovely. Yep, you see now, no GPS. Alright, good stuff. Thought I'd just point out to you guys quickly that this tractor is for sale. If you're not on Facebook, you wouldn't have known or heard me say that the other day, but yeah, this thing is going to be up for sale very soon. I've just been basically pre-seasoning it, getting it all tidied up, getting it cleaned up. Well, it hasn't been cleaned up yet because just getting a track tension cylinder resealed for this side. It was just sweating and I was just getting a bit moist around there, so getting that done at the moment, and then all I've really got left to do is give this thing a wash and put some photos up online and that sort of thing. But if anyone's interested, she'll be paddock ready to roll. It's done about 4,500 hours. It's been with us since it was brand new. Alright guys, I have to go up now for an appointment with my insurance broker, so go get that out of the way, run over all of my insurance needs, and yeah, I'll see you guys back soon. Well, that meeting went for longer than it needed to, but that's alright, we got it all sorted. Yeah, I started servicing this during harvest, and I didn't quite get it all done because I was just doing it late one night, and yeah, I was sort of hoping the ute was going to make it through harvest without needing its service, but it came due. So I didn't quite get it done all that night, so I'm trying to get it finished now. What do you call that move? It's amazing how easy the oil pumps on a hot day. Just no effort at all. Well guys, vacuuming may not make the most riveting footage, but boy oh boy does it feel good. And I am glad that is done. That is very nice to have that done. That's just another little job ticked off the list. And I mean, at least it's nice and cool out here, so that's a bonus. I'm not going to clean off the outside of the ute yet because I have a new toy coming on Wednesday. What is it today? Is it Monday? No, Tuesday. Yeah, I got a new toy coming tomorrow to wash that, so I'm going to leave it till then and give that a test run. Alright, last job for the day. We're going to head out to Belalee. We lost a pipe off one of the tanks yesterday, so the sheep were just about out of water last night. Dad had to shift them around and get them to a spot where they had water, but I'm just going to head out there now and make sure the solar pump's pumping water, and you know that they've got plenty of water going back into the tank and all that sort of thing. So yeah, we can't really afford for them to not have water for any period of time when the weather's like it is at the moment. So then it's time to retire from the heat, but I mean it's already past 4 o'clock, so I'm not going to be retired. Well, I've already copped the heat. Dried up pretty quickly. Good old open top tanks, good for growing algae and stuff, that's for sure. But that is looking wonderful. They have plenty of water in there. So this was a paddock that I summer sprayed a couple of videos ago, I guess. I thought I'd just have a quick look because there was all sorts of stuff growing in here, wireweed and some things that we really didn't want to be in here for when we come back for seeding, but everything looks good and dead. So we did a good job, which is always nice. You always like to get the result. Wireweed's one of those things that's kind of hard to kill. It can be a bit tough to kill, especially if it's under stress or something like that. It just seems to, I don't know, it seems to survive somehow, but I can't see any green wire weed in here. In fact, every bit of it looks dead, so that is great news. This is my trough now. We'll give that one a clean while, where am I? I think we'll give that one a clean while we're here. Alright, let's get out of here. Rightio guys, that's about all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Well, the second load of lime that was supposed to turn up did actually end up turning up. Just a little bit later than expected.